Okay, so we hope that the Colts will end up trading with the Ravens for Lamar Jackson. But if they don't, we assume that they're going to have to go to 3 to get a quarterback because there's allegedly only 3 quarterbacks that are good right now. Daniel Jeremiah at Move the Stick, shout out.
Shout out, DJ.
Great guy.
Former scout for the Eagles, NFL Network employee like Ian Rappaport. He was the one, I believe, that reported that there was a chance that the Titans could move up to the number 3 overall pick. Everybody assumes that would be to take a quarterback because why would you go up there to take unless you were taking a quarterback? So that'd be Houston, Tennessee, and the Colts all in the top 4. Yeah. So that's an interesting scenario there. Taylor Lewan asked Move the Sticks. He said, "Excuse me, Move the Sticks. Where is this coming from?"
Yeah, who's this?
Kind of like Taylor Lewan did great journalism, and then Move the Sticks came back and said, that's just a sense that they could be a quiet sleeper is what he's getting from other GMs and maybe moving up to 3. What are you hearing about the draft at the top of the board? What are you hearing about the number 3 overall pick? And what do you think about Move the Sticks' report of Tennessee potentially being in there?
So first of all, I have not yet heard specifically that Tennessee is going to move, is poised to move. I'm 100% sure they are making phone calls because every team makes phone calls. And I will say this, my friend Daniel Jeremiah, usually when he says something, there is plenty of reason behind it. Like he is not a rumor guy usually, and he's very, very connected. So usually when he says things, except if it's about the Padres, usually he knows. Tennessee would seem to make sense for a possible team to trade up. They have Ryan Tannehill on, a deal for another year. He is getting up in age. Obviously has not been at his top, I would say, the last year. Them being in the quarterback world would make sense. They were last year, took a quarterback in the 3rd round. The number 3 spot to me is now the most interesting spot for 2 reasons. One, Arizona has a quarterback. Probably, this seems to be more of a resetting year for them. So they seem to be a team that would want picks more than anything else, more than just one great player.
Damn, 2 years into that massive deal with Kyler, and we're like the second.
Yikes, yeah, 1 year.
No, well,
but the second
last year
year
too. Last year,
1 year, yeah.
This year, no. But I'm saying if this is just a reset year, that'd be 3 years into a new quarterback contract where you're really expecting to win.
He's not
That's crazy to think about. No, and who knows when he's going to be back?
Yeah.
That's a wild state of affairs over there. Plus, they're fixing their building. But you're right; they are like poised almost to get the hell out of there. Is what you're saying?
Well, yeah, and also when the quarterback comes back is actually a part of it because theoretically, this would be a year that if you're the Cardinals, you're like, all right, we got the quarterback, we got a star receiver, we got a new coach. If Kyler was healthy, I could see them being like the Vikings were last year, like just a little boost, and maybe they get where they need to be. But, there is a chance, and this is something I've talked about before, that Kyler doesn't play the first half of the year just because he recovers and that's a serious injury. So that feels like more of a time to reset a little bit. I would be surprised if they made a move before the draft, but that is the key spot in the draft. And then let's say someone takes a quarterback. Are we sure that whoever's the quarterback that's not taken is the guy the Colts want, or do the Colts somehow lose out on a quarterback and just don't think they could take?
And then we go get Lamar. But so do you? Is that like the overall narrative that there's only 3 quarterbacks, and who would that 3rd quarterback be that people would be going up to get in your eyes?
Yeah, I don't think there's only 3 quarterbacks. I think there are 4 who will go in the first round. But the real problem with all these evaluations is could be 5.
Hendon
Hooker. So he's actually visiting the Saints
and the Colts.
Flying today, visiting the Saints tomorrow. They have 29. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, especially with Derek Carr there. I'm sure that'll be perfect for.
Yeah.
I mean, Carr is actually he'd be a good person.
That's what I'm saying.
Hendon Hooker, I think would. Yeah, no, that transition, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But the main problem is I can say all right, there's 4 top quarterbacks, but there are some teams who think whoever the 4th quarterback is, Levis or Richardson, not all teams have them viewed like 4 guys all worthy of top 5. There's some teams that say, hey, for us, there are 3, and then we would never take this other guy. So, you don't know where the evaluations are going to fall. So that's why every year there's one guy who falls and everyone's like, I can't believe this. But sometimes it just kind of works out like that.
Connor.
Yeah, I mean, but Rapshi's saying it feels like just like Tua and Herbert. That was kind of the similar situation. But
yeah, Telesco told us that the Chargers were like, whoever Miami takes, we'll take the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like, we don't want Herbert. It was just like, if they take Herbert, cool, we'll take Tua with Miami. He said that on our show.
Yeah.
And I saw some people be like, why would you ever say that? You might hurt Herbert's feelings or whatever. It's like, reality of the fucking business.
Yeah.
Reality of the business. This is how this goes. Like, they had to come to a decision. They came to a decision like, whoever's good. Do you think Ballard's done that?
I think he has. So they got 4, and there's only a couple scenarios that can happen, right? You think 2 quarterbacks are probably going before him. So the only scenario is he trades up to 3, possible, or, to make sure he gets one. I would say that's probably in the realm of possibility. Or 3 go before him and he has a decision to make. Like, these are all real scenarios. And my guess is if he doesn't, if the 4th quarterback, whoever it is, he doesn't want him, he gets out.
Yeah. That's what Jim Irsay actually said. This guy loves trading for picks. In that same press conference where he said he loved Bryce Young. Sorry about that, Conan. Derrick Henry still with the Titans. What do you think about the Tennessee Titans potentially going to get a new quarterback? And what do you think the future looks like, AJ?
I think it absolutely could be plausible that they would want to move up to 3 to try to get one of the quarterbacks they want. I don't know what the feel is like nationally or inside like Tennessee, but to me it doesn't feel like they're comfortable with Tannehill moving forward. It feels like they're very open to figuring something out and bringing someone in.
Rand Carthon, new GM. He has done some things that make you go, okay, he has a vision for this team. There's a reason he's gotten hired, because the team obviously needs something. And he has made moves. You know what I mean? He's already made moves to be like, hey, this is the future. You would assume the biggest salary cap hit would also be in that conversation. What happens with Tannehill? What does happen with Tannehill?
Could you package him? Would you package him with picks or something like, hey, we want these picks and we'll throw Tannehill in for whoever?
Cardinals don't want that.
Maybe, if Kyler's not playing.
They might want a solid backup, or if Kyler isn't ready to go right away, they could do that.
And that's like $80 million.
It's a lot of money.
Cap,
a lot of money, yeah.
Just for those 2 guys.
What is Tannehill's cap? What's
trade and
Tannehill's cap?
I thought it
renegotiate
was
somehow?
like 35, but the the dead cap would be like 18. That's what I thought it was.
On it.
Crow just knocked on the window. I wonder if they're saying who gives a fuck, because honestly, what will have, like,
It could just be obviously more information being floated out there to try to make other teams nervous and make other teams try to move.
Isn't this interesting? The Arizona Cardinals could be floating that out.
Yeah.
Right? Because they want people to start thinking, especially the Colts. So they would definitely want the Tennessee Titans name to be in there. That could be 3 AFC South teams moving into the top 4 picks in the NFL draft. That is a great state of affairs if you're in the AFC South. The AFC South currently gettable. If you're a Jaguars fan, you should be very happy because the team seems to be the best team you've had in a long time. Quarterback appears to be a dog, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The offensive weapons seem to be coming together. ETN's starting to learn the NFL towards the end of the season. He was starting to really slice and dice and be a fantastic asset. Doug Peterson has already won a goddamn Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And has a statue.
That's right.
Now got fired from the place that he got a statue from, which is certainly fascinating. But I appreciate the fact that Duval Clanton just a couple years ago is sitting in a driver's seat of a division that's very gettable.
Yeah.
That home playoff game is very alive for Jacksonville for the foreseeable future, it feels like.
And they're levels above you 3. Like,
Relax, our roster.
Not to take shots.
Got Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
but you're right. I mean, I just said it kind of.
They're levels above just because, like, the D-line's unbelievable. They live in Florida. The no state income tax is a massive thing. Like,
people like Doug.
Yeah, people like Doug Peterson, and they have a guy.
Want to play with Trevor.
Yeah, they have Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, no.
To your point.
Now
AJ.
Now they have Calvin
They
Ridley.
are very relevant. The Jags seem to be very relevant, especially in that division.
Go ahead, Tone.
The Chiefs are minus 150 to win their division. They just won a Super Bowl. The Jags are also minus 150 to win their division.
Oh, no.
Because their division.
Oh, easy, AJ.
That's
How about Colts? You got to get up there, Colts.
I think Colts are what, plus 28,000 to win the Super Bowl?
This is where we want to be.
Because it was not allowed to go higher.
You'll find a QB. Everyone finds a QB at the end.
Hey, it's fall of trees. The Green Bay Packers are about to have 3 in a row for fucking 50 years.
That's right.
Boom. Jets are about to have their first since Namath.
Well, and they're saying that around the league there's growing buzz that Will Levis is the guy.
I think he's taking a visit today, I do believe.
He's shocked.
I think he's taking a visit.
Not Cowher doesn't think so.
No, he
Other
doesn't.
people might.